Today, I'm going to be adding one amazing rising star from every NFL team. The goal is to construct a team that will compete for a Super Bowl in just one season, but we have to fill out an entire roster of players with players who are only 24 years of age or under. This means we cannot add players like Patrick Mahomes, Nick Bosa, Devontae Adams, and other superstars who are older than 25. There are a few quarterbacks that we can go with here, like Brock Purdy, Trevor Lawrence, or one of the rookies that was just drafted in this year's draft. Justin Herbert would be a great choice, but he just turned 25 on March 10th, so he's off the list of potential quarterbacks for this team. We are going to bring in the #1 overall pick in this year's draft, Bryce Young. There are questions regarding his height and how it will affect his NFL career, but he is currently an 81 overall in Madden with some decent stats, which should hopefully be good enough to help this team of rising stars compete for a Super Bowl. Now that we picked a young star from the Panthers, we can no longer add any other player from Carolina. This is where things get a little bit difficult because we have to fill an entire roster with every NFL team. Next up will be the wide receiver core, and obviously we're going to be bringing in one of the best wide receivers in the NFL at just 23 years of age, Justin Jefferson. He's an elite route runner with impressive speed and Hall of Fame caliber catching ability. Alongside him will be his former LSU teammate Jamar Chase from Cincinnati and rookie Jackson Smith-Njigba, who was drafted 11th overall by the Seattle Seahawks. That knocks another 3 NFL teams off the board. The next team that we're going to pick a player from is going to be the Atlanta Falcons, and they have a number of young rising stars on their roster like AJ Terrell, Drake London, newly drafted Bijan Robinson, but none are better than tight end Kyle Pitts, who I expect to have a monster season this year. The backup tight end is going to be Pat Freiermuth from the Steelers, since they don't have that many players under the age of 24 on their roster other than Kenny Pickett and George Pickens. Since we selected Jackson Smith-Njigba from Seattle, we cannot select Kenneth Walker to be our starting running back, but Jonathan Taylor from the Colts is just 24 years old and has already led the NFL in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns in 2021. And Makers will be the backup running back, and that knocks off the Colts and the Rams from this board. Rounding out the offense, we have Andrew Thomas from the Giants, Cole Strange from the Patriots, Tyler Linderbaum from the Ravens, Cesar Ruiz from the Saints, and Tristan Wirfs from the Buccaneers. The best fullback that is under the age of 24 is Xander Horvath, and that's kind of unfortunate because I really want to add Asante Samuel Jr. to the defense. The defense is going to be led by one of the very best in the NFL at this current moment. At just 23 years old is Micah Parsons from the Dallas Cowboys. At left outside linebacker, we will be bringing in Will Anderson Jr. from the Houston Texans and Isaiah Simmons from the Cardinals. The Kansas City Chiefs are one of the best teams in the NFL, and a lot of it has to do with their impressive drafting and how they develop their players. Nick Bolton is one of the best middle linebackers in the NFL, and he will be backed up by Quay Walker from the Packers. Another 5 NFL teams are off the board with incredible up-and-coming talent. The defensive line will feature Jordan Davis from the Eagles, Chase Young from the Commanders, Greg Russo from the Bills, and Aiden Hutchinson from the Detroit Lions. And if you thought that was impressive, wait until you see the secondary. Sauce Gardner of the New York Jets is just 22 years old, and he has already won the Defensive Rookie of the Year award, and is arguably one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. Joining him will be another elite cornerback in Patrick Surtain II from the Denver Broncos, Greg Newsome from Cleveland, and Jalen Johnson from the Bears. With just 5 NFL teams left, we have the Niners, who have some young talent, but unfortunately Nick Bosa is 25 years old, so we can't bring him in. So we decided to bring in Talanoa Hufanga, who has become one of the most exciting players to watch on that defense. Devon Holland from the Dolphins and Trayvon Warwick from the Raiders will play alongside him. With the last 2 teams, we were bringing Riley Patterson in from the Jacksonville Jaguars and Ryan Stonehouse from the Tennessee Titans. The offense and defense is looking amazing with all these rising stars, and the team is up to an 88 overall with an 88 rated offense and an 89 rated defense. After simming the first game, the team of rising stars defeated the Philadelphia Eagles by 3 points. Bryce Young threw for 361 yards with 2 touchdowns, while Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase went absolutely crazy this game. After winning the season opener by 3 points, we are heading into the game against the Commanders, who are led by Jacoby Brissett. Bryce Young was able to find Justin Jefferson over the middle for a gain of 26 yards. He then handed the ball off to our star running back, and he is able to pick up 15 yards. It looks like the Commanders defense is pressing Justin Jefferson. That is a huge mistake. We are definitely going to go to him. Here we go. Oh, he's wide open, and he scores a touchdown. Justin Jefferson on the board, 7-0. Now let's see how our defense fares against Washington on their first drive. We're going to use our Bolton, and okay, he's running it, and we got him stopped. But Gibson is able to pick up about 8 yards on 2nd down. A few plays later is 3rd down and 8, and we are playing some lockdown defense. He has nowhere to throw, and Jordan Davis comes up with a huge sack. Bryce Young is able to find Smith-Njigba for 8 yards, and then finds Chase underneath, who uses his speed to pick up the 1st down. A couple plays later, we have a delay fade, and Kyle Pitts gets wide open, but he gets stopped at the 1-yard line. But on first and goal, we decide to run QB draw with Bryce Young, and he's able to push his way into the end zone to go up 14. Washington started the comeback. They're only down 7 at the moment. 3rd and 10. Brissett steps back and he finds Terry McLaurin at the 1-yard line. On the very next play, Antonio Gibson runs it in for a touchdown from the 1-yard line, tying up the game. Early in the second half, Washington was able to work down the field thanks to some nice throws from Jacoby Brissett, but they ended up settling for a field goal to take their lead. We have a 1st and 10. Let's see who gets open. Okay, looks like he's gonna get open. What? Oh, it gets picked off. No, he picks it off and he's gonna break a tackle. Oh my, what just happened? And on the very next play, Antonio Gibson takes the pass from Brissett and finds a way to get into the end zone somehow. Bryce Young and the Rising Stars have a lot of work to do, and he finds Kyle Pitts straight up the middle for a huge gain before settling for a field goal. 3rd and 3, we're gonna use our Trayvon Moehrig. See if we can get a big stop on defense here. And he's gonna throw it, but oh, it gets knocked out by Jalen Johnson. Let's go, we needed that. Jonathan Taylor picks up another 1st down before rushing it in for a touchdown to tie the game. Jacoby Brissett and Washington, they work their way down the field, and now it's 1st and goal. Let's see if we can get a stop here. Okay, Nick Bolton, come on, make a play. Oh, yes, fumble, get it. That's Greg Russo, go. I think Micah Parsons forced a fumble. Let's go all the way, come on. You can do it. Oh, he's gonna get caught. He's too slow. No, he was not fast enough to go all the way. And since Taylor has his X Factor, why not go right back to him and see if he can get into the end zone, and he does with ease. That was good enough to win the game in Detroit against the Commanders, and now are 2-0 to start the season. And with that win, we are going to sim the rest of the season to see if we can continue this winning streak and make a playoff appearance. And they do, finishing at the top of the NFL with a 14-3 record, giving them a 1st-round bye in the playoffs. The only 3 losses came at the hands of the Cowboys in Week 7, the Jags in Week 13, and the Panthers somehow without Bryce Young in Week 16. The Rising Stars finished 1st in offensive yards and points scored, but they ended up finishing 23rd in defensive yards this season. Bryce Young had an incredible rookie season, throwing for 5,600 yards with 45 touchdowns and 18 interceptions. That had a lot to do with the play of Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Kyle Pitts, while Micah Parsons finished with the most sacks on the team with 15.5. The team is now a 91 overall with a 91 offense and a 92 defense. The team of Rising Stars led by rookie quarterback Bryce Young take on the Philadelphia Eagles led by Jalen Hurts. Here's the sim. We're starting at 1st and we get on the board first, okay? I'm not sure who scored, but oh, the Eagles tied it up, unfortunately. But can we get the lead? Yes, we do. Come on, we need this win. I want to go to the NFC Championship game. They tied it. We take the lead. Okay. Let's see what we got. Yes. No, they tied it at the last second. No. But we ended up beating the Eagles in overtime, which means we are going to the NFC Championship game. Next up is the 49ers, who are led by Brock Purdy at quarterback, but honestly, it's the defense that I'm most worried about. We are jumping forward to the end of the game. Let's see if we can make it to the Super Bowl, okay? The 49ers get on the board first, but we do tie it up, which is great. Oh, we're not winning here. Oh, come on, tie it up here. Yes, tied it up. We have the lead. Come on, one more touchdown here. 10-point lead for us. 7-point lead. Yes, but that's another one. We have it. That's it. We are going to the Super Bowl with the team of Rising Stars. But they are going up against the best team in the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs, who are led by 2-time Super Bowl champion Patrick Mahomes. We are going to sim 1 quarter at a time, and if it's close by the 4th, we'll watch some of the game. And okay, it looks like Kansas City is taking the lead by a score of 7-0. Jumping into the next quarter, let's see if we can get a tie here. Okay, we tied the game. We're down, but we get the lead right before halftime, which is great. The 3rd quarter is underway, and Kansas City is able to score 17-14, tie game heading into the 4th. Let's see what Patrick Mahomes can do on the opening drive of the 4th quarter. And he's able to find his running back, who, okay, he's picking up about 4 yards there. And a few plays later, Mahomes finds his favorite target, Travis Kelce, in the end zone, who makes an unbelievable catch over Trayvon Moehrig. How did he even catch that? Bryce Young needs to lead his team down the field and score, or else this game might be over. But he takes a huge sack on 2nd down, and unfortunately, he's not going to be able to pick up that 1st down. They have to punt the ball back to Kansas City. Luckily for the Rising Stars, the defense stands tall and gets a much needed stop. One last chance for Justin Jefferson and the offense to get something going here. And he makes a catch over the middle, and then Bryce Young finds Kyle Pitts for another 1st down. 1st and goal, Young finds Chase for a short pickup, and then he is forced to throw it away on 2nd down. 3rd and goal, he finds rookie Smith, but he doesn't get into the end zone. And on 4th and goal, he finds Kyle Pitts, But does it count? Yes, he's in the end zone. Let's go. In overtime, it was a back and forth contest where both teams failed to get into scoring position on multiple attempts. This might be Kansas City's best chance. 3rd and 2 at the 50-yard line, and Mahomes gets sacked and fumbles it. What a huge sack by Buffalo's Greg Russo, and now the Rising Stars are in prime scoring position. They elect to run off the ball a few times and now attempt a field goal from 34 yards out. It all comes down to this one kick. Let's see if our kicker can make it. All right, here we go. Kick is up, and it's good. Yes, a team of players who are 24 years old or younger find a way to win 14 games and win the Super Bowl without plenty of NFL experience. If you enjoyed this video, you should definitely check out where I had Rising Stars go up against NFL legends, but in Madden. Go check out who won that one.